Oh god, are you kidding me? So there's a dig at EA in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Someone in Ask Creed Odd says pride and accomplishment in order to mock EA and their Battlefront 2 response. You know, that statement that became the most downvoted post in Reddit history? Yeah, someone says pride and accomplishment, just offhand. No real relevance to the situation. It's not even being satirical or funny, or even relevant for that matter. The only way you could use that sort of statement in a satirical context would be as a response to corporations trying to justify corporate greed. But it's not used in that context at all. It's just there. I'm insulted by this, mostly because it's Ubisoft saying it. That just means that this is probably the most hypocritical statement in history of video games, because Ubisoft are as guilty of the same level of corporate bullshit that EA has become notorious for. They too indulge in over-monetization of their games, focusing on one aspect of gaming instead of trying to be varied, which is leading to oversaturation. They are guilty of the same level of corporate bullshit and have been caught many times contradicting themselves in their own statements, claiming 1 minute the DRM works and then saying that it doesn't, but still including it in their games, despite the fact that, you know, it really only punishes the consumer who has indeed bought it. But fuck you, it keeps our shareholders happy. And there was that one time they promised no microtransactions in The Division and then snuck them in quietly post-launch. They're lying in the game trailers for Watch Dogs. The time they made the review embargo for Unity a 9 AM release time. Of the day of the actual release of the fucking game. You think I forgot about that? That also meant that a lot of the digital pre-orders had already been redeemed, in a time when it was far more difficult to get refunds on Steam. And we know what a mess of a game that was at launch. Oh, and let's not forget the time you misquoted people from their articles in order to present their critique as critical acclaim in your advertisement for your games. Yes, they actually misquoted a reviewer in order to make it seem that they were saying that their game was better than Destiny. A lot of you have probably forgotten about this, but I haven't. I'll never forget. And I'm going to throw this one in there because inside the game that you add the disc, Assassin's Creed Odyssey itself is indeed an overly grindy mess that is almost a necessity to buy the microtransaction XP boost in order to have any fun with it. So Ubisoft is guilty of shady behaviour much like EA, and this is just pure fucking hypocrisy. All in the name of what? Good old daddy Ubisoft trying to look hip for the kids? The Battlefront 2 debacle was ages ago. This only goes to show how out of touch these idiots are. You're not funny, you're not relevant, and you're milking your customers just as badly as EA, you fucking greedy hypocrites. Always end on a positive note, I say, so shout out to Brandon, my patron. Thank you so much for supporting the show, as always. If you like the content I'm producing, why don't you hit the like button, and if you're not already, subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. And if you want to support the show, you can head on over to my Patreon. The link is in the video and the description and in the banner of my YouTube channel. See you guys next time.